Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be talking about the Redistributor and how it is a really great gun, particularly on Zane, and that's what we'll focus on in today's video. But no matter who you play as, you'll see its potential. So first things first, the Redistributor. What does it do? Where can you get it? Well, it is a little difficult to get, as it can only be dropped by either the Valkyrie squad or Wotan during the melee 1 takedown. The takedown is difficult too, but now's the time to farm it during the Farming Frenzy event while it scales to your party size. Looking at the card, the Redistributor is a pretty standard gun. Good damage, nice fire rate, good reload time, but its unique trait which makes it great is the text at the bottom of the card, which reads, "Every 7th shot is amped. Amp shots chain to nearby enemies." This means that every 7th shot will deal amp damage, and all amp shots will also hit any enemies nearby. We'll get to why that's important for Zane in a second, but as you can see me testing in Sanctuary, every 7th shot deals 50% more damage, and you can tell it's amped by the solid projectile pattern. As a bonus, what isn't mentioned on the card is that this 7th shot will also not consume ammo. Not a big deal, but means the mag size is slightly bigger than what's listed on the card. Now for how this gun synergizes with Zane, and you can see my build ahead of some gameplay. There's nothing special here, I'm just running a typical Cryo Zane build, but the key to the Redistributor for Zane is his barrier, which as you can see grants 25% amp damage. The bonus is slightly less when it's picked up, but this is the key to dealing extra damage while mobbing as we move on to some Mayhem 4 gameplay with neutral modifiers. Because every shot fired while we're in our barrier is amped, every single bullet that you fire will chain to enemies, and it's not just the closest enemy either, it's any of them that are in range. This essentially ups the damage of the gun by 7 times, which is pretty insane. You can see it just blitz through enemies. It deals the same amount of damage to each enemy it chains to, which makes moving through groups of enemies a lot quicker. Although each bullet chains to enemies, the 7th will only receive the damage boost, but when you pair that with Zane's Deadshot class mod, you can fire a lot quicker and have this damage boost much more often. If you manage to get a cryo version, it freezes enemies pretty much instantly, and you'll find you're constantly proccing Cool, Calm and Collected. When that's going on, you'll always have your abilities active, so you can keep shooting amp shots plus get that damage bonus while they're up. This is a great combination and can have you dealing some serious damage for a long period of time. If you're looking for the best anointment for Zane, you want either 100% cryo damage while Sentinel is active, or 70% critical hit damage with the barrier, but that kind of depends on what element it drops in for you. I'd go with 70% crit damage if you've got a cryo version, but Sentinel for all the others. The cryo version could be considered a little overboard when it comes to freezing, but I think it works really well, and it's pretty easy to keep that barrier up, which is the main part of any Cryo Zane build. Any Redistributor paired with the barrier will do a great job all the same, so just be happy if you manage to get one, whatever the element is. So that's all for this video. I hope it gave you some good insight into why this gun works really well on Zane, and it gave you a few more build ideas. If it did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.